How are we? All right. Good to see you all.
All right, we are now joined by head coach Mark Skinner. Mark, could you please get us started with your thoughts on the game?
I'm really proud of them tonight. We were woeful against Washington, and tonight we were aggressive. We were front foot. We conceded 2 goals, which we're not happy with, of course. But I think, like, for the first time, the stats represent kind of what I felt the game was like. And they've got some excellent players, and they're going to go on and be a real threat in the playoffs. So for us to do that and come back shows a lot of character, and shows what you can do if we can get our players fit and healthy and on the field. But tonight absolutely belongs to Tony and the amazing woman she is, and I'm so glad that the girls fought hard for her and for anybody that has suffered or will suffer from breast cancer. And I think that it's a tremendous that we have super women in terms of they have the ability to face that, come back and aggressively take on the challenge. And I think that I'm so proud of the girls for fighting for that tonight. And I haven't got the words to express just how I feel about Tony at the minute, because she's a Wonder Woman. So I suppose I'll use that.
Start with Julia, then go to Scott.
Mark, you spoke about how important it would be to come out and kind of be the team that hit first this game, and it seemed like the Pride was able to do that from the beginning. Kind of what do you think was behind that energy that allowed them to score the first goal and just to come out that quickly in the start?
I think belief. I think what I mean by that is when you put Marta back in our starting lineup, you want to give her the ball because she can hold the ball, she can play. And it just gives you the ability to hold higher positions for a little bit longer, so you're not always passing backwards, square and sideways. So I think it's that. I also think that they were extremely motivated to show people that this season's not been good enough. And I think that internal motivation was driven tonight, and that's all I've asked for all year, guys. That's all I've asked for is, can you press? And then when they drop back into their own area, because it's they've got to take a negative touch, can we press again? I think we did that tonight. We were more effective at that, and we didn't give them a second to breathe. We didn't get them into any rhythm. If you look at the second game we played, where they blew us away in 17 minutes, we didn't let them get a rhythm. And I'm so pleased with how that we did that. I think those are the keys to this, the belief that they could do it, and that's all I've ever asked for all season.
Looking back at this season as a whole, it's obviously a little, we'll say, stressful. But has there been one moment throughout the whole year that kind of brings a smile to your face that you're most happy about?
You know, that's a really good question. I don't know if I've got the. I think when I reflect at the end of this season, I'm sure there'll be a lot of things that we'll learn from, and there'll be good things. To have. It maybe sounds a little bit cheesy because of the night and it being how it is and so on, but. To see Tony and to see Sydney come and so quickly come back to doing the thing that they love and the thing they're so good at so quickly is just an amazing. It's a human feat. It's not soccer. It's not anything like that. So that when I reflect, I'm sure that'll be the highlight of my season, that we've had a player, beat cancer and then come back so quickly to be. Look how brilliant, like physically she looks on the field. Like it's amazing. So that beats any football thing that's happened this year, and I don't care if it sounds cheesy, but that's probably will be my standout moment. And we need to be, take that energy, take that focus into next season, but then add quality and add people to this team, and then take it on and be really aggressive.
Go to Luis and then back to Austin.
Mark, can you talk a little bit about your off-season process going forward?
Yeah, it's absolutely. So, I mean, we've already started, so we've already planned pre-season. So we're going to look at the one thing that we can never give an excuse for and will not give any excuse for is a team outrunning us. And that's what will happen next season. I want to do I want to be as much as we can with the ball, but because the league is so transitional, I now know the physical nature of the characters I need to bring in. We definitely need to improve the physicality of the team so that we're not passive in defending, that we can press and press again. Because if we can press twice, that saves somebody else having to press. So that's already, we've already got our targets. We already know who we want. We know who we want from in the league, who we want from outside of the league. We already know who we need to move in order to make that happen. And obviously we won't discuss those yet because other teams use that as a prod to kind of use it for themselves. So I think that's what we've learned, and I'm going to make sure that we build a team-like machine. That has to happen. We can be technically beautiful, you can be tactically beautiful, but if you can't run and you can't physically affect this league, you won't be effective in this league. And I think we have to marry both. And if we do that, I think we'll be successful.
Awesome.
And that's what we judged on. That's what I'll be judged on. Judged on getting that team. And if I can get that team, we'll be successful.
Mark, just looking back at the season as a whole, from the ups, the downs, and just everything in between, for you as a coach and from a coaching standpoint, what would you say the biggest takeaway for you in your first year in the league would be?
I think the biggest thing for me is that as a character, I think I've learned how resilient I can be. I've quite rightly faced a lot of flack for the position that the team will be in this year because I'm the manager and that's my job, and I'll take the flack for that 100%. If we sit back for a second and understand the game and understand what we were left, the legacy that we were left, and how long it takes. It doesn't take one season, 24 games to turn that around. To change a culture, it needs an injection of different bits of recipe. And I think that for me, I've learned that about me as a person, that I can be resilient because there's been so many low times this year. I felt every goal. I've never conceded this many goals in that we never conceded in 2-3 seasons. So we have to fix that. I think I've learned that. But what I've also learned is that the difference between this league and the FAWSL is that these are women. These are strong women. And I think they have them in the FAWSL, and I think they will continue to grow that. But it's already here. And guys, I can't... if there was going to preach one thing, is look after this league. Because this is the best league in the world. This is the most competitive league in the world. And I think it needs to be looked after so that we don't lose our best players across, to Europe, to wherever it may be. And I think things need to be done in order to keep your best players in this country, because it is by far the best experience, the best fan experience. And I hope with everything that I have that we keep that, because what a wonderful spectacle it can be. And I think that's what I'd love to see from this season and moving forwards. Let the NWSL be the beacon for every league in the whole wide world.
Julia, then Scott.
There's obviously been a lot of talk about next season for many games now. How did tonight in particular make you feel about next season and kind of where you think this team can go?
I think what tonight showed, that if we let the brakes off a little bit, in terms of mental breaks, in terms of stop fearing what's going to happen and make something happen. That's so you can't. I think I've said this a few times. To measure the psychology of a performance is, we can all say and we can all see with our eyes and go, oh, she's not running some. But we picked up a legacy of a losing team, guys. No matter how good the team was, it was a losing team. And it spiralled into a start of a season where you play Portland at home, North Carolina away, and then Seattle away. 3 of the 4 playoff teams, with a team that were trying to play something different. And I just think it affected our psychology. And if you've ever been in an environment where you are outnumbered by the people and the psychology of the moment, you'll know how difficult it is to wrestle that around. And I think the one thing I've been really good at this year is to not turn on the players at all. They're trying their best. And what we need to do is get players that can perform that consistently, and that will help to grow the rest of them. So if we can grow the psychology of the team into a winning team, into a team that doesn't fear about the ball going in behind, because we're going to run, we're going to win it, and we're going to break on you. If we can do that, you can do amazing things in this league. And I've learnt a lot from the teams we've played that do that. North Carolina, Portland, the guys that are in the... But I've been really impressed with teams like Washington and so on this year. Just their aggressive nature. So I'm going to take the brakes off next year, and we need to be fit and ready to test the league.
Scott, then Chris, last question.
Attacking wise, this is the most shots you guys have had all season.
Mm-hmm.
How important was it to end on a high note like that?
I think it was the most important, and we're still going for it at the end. We're still trying to score. We're still trying to win the game. And look, I haven't just all of a sudden said, it's the last game, let's have a jolly. No, we've been trying all year. But, at some point I'll share the details of, but I think that was our 14th or 15th different back line-up between goalkeeper and... So how do you build consistency? I think this World Cup year, we build our roster around World Cup players, and they are amazing, but they're only with your team for 5-6 games of the year. You can't expect to judge a team based on that. And so underneath, we've got to make sure we have NWSL players that have experience and have the quality to bridge that gap when our international players are away. And I don't think the due diligence was paid on that for a long period of time now. And I think that's where we have to bring our inexperience and our most experience, and we have to bring the middle ground to make sure that we have someone in here so that we can rely on that when the Olympics is happening, for example. I think that's definitely something that we will learn and look to recruit.
Chris, last one.
So, Mark, this season, actually tonight was very different because it seemed like all the players were playing for a purpose that was tied to their heart.
Yeah.
How do you develop that in the coming season when they don't have a particular person that they're playing for? They're playing for the pride.
Yeah.
How do you build that up over the season coming up?
I think that's a great question. I think, so for us to answer that, so tonight, if they've played for a person, which I'm sure they have and have given everything, well, that's a psychological crutch that we need to make sure we impact, and they have to play that this club means like that person means to them, that this club means. I think in the NWSL, it's a really ruthless where you can be cut and waived at any point. In England, they'd have to cancel your contract, you get paid out your contract and so on. In here, it's a waive, so you can go. And so it's very hard that in such a hugely vast country with different mini countries as states, that in Birmingham, for example, we grew our kids through our centres of excellence, and so they came up loving Birmingham. We need to make sure that the pride is something that you can't just see as a badge. It's something that you breathe, live, and experience every day. And I think my job is now to build that culture. We'll have a brand new training ground, and it'll be really, really effective. So to build them something that they belong to, and then they'll go above and beyond. And that will be my job. I'll be judged on how I can create that culture, select the right team, get the right team, and tactically change them up. But I think you need to love something to be willing to give everything for it. And I need to create that by giving them something back.
Thank you, Mark.
Guys, thank you very much all year for all of your work. I've really, really appreciated working with you, and I hope to see you next year when I have more smiles on my face than I do grey hairs on my head. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Oh yes, I'm hungry. I want to shower. It's on.
All right. We are now joined by Marta. Marta, can you please get us started with your thoughts on today's game?
Tá, vai.
Os pensamentos do jogo de hoje.
Bom, meus pensamentos, eu acho que primeiro a gente merecia ter ganho, lógico, mas feliz por ter jogado, por ter ajudado a minha equipe e principalmente pelo fato da gente ter aproveitado esse momento para fazer algo por uma boa causa. Mas, fora isso, eu acho que a gente merecia ter ganho o jogo e terminado essa temporada com uma vitória.
Well, first, I really think we deserved to win this game. We had a lot of chances, but I mean, I'm happy to play. You know, I'm happy to be able to help my team, and also very happy for the cause. You know, like the whole cause of this game. So I'm pretty happy overall.
Start with Julia.
Marta, after you scored your goal, you made a T with your arms, kind of saw the emotion just for the entire team in that moment. Kind of what did that feel like? What was that like being with the team in that moment?
Uau! Foi bom. Aí eu pensei, enfim, a bola entrou, né? Depois de tantas tentativas. E então foi um alívio na hora que a bola entrou. E, ao mesmo tempo, pela gente estar buscando sempre o gol, pela situação do jogo, o retorno da Toni também, eu acho que a gente não merecia perder o jogo, que a gente merecia, né, empatar e até buscar até a vitória. Então, ali foi um alívio quando a bola entrou, porque a gente tinha criado várias chances antes e não tinha concluído em gols.
I mean, I really thought, I was like, finally it went in after so many chances, so many opportunities. But I mean, for everything we did today, everything we tried, all the chances, all the, goals almost there, but didn't go in. And also for the cause, I really think we should have won. I mean, the draw, but the win.
Luis and Scott.
Can you talk a little bit about how you're going to approach this offseason and how that differs from previous off seasons in your career?
Ele quer que você explique como que vai ser a sua off-season em comparação às outras off-seasons da sua carreira.
Muito trabalho, muito trabalho. Bom, como eu tenho alguns meses aí até começar a próxima temporada, eu tenho vários trabalhos, né, enfim, palestras, enfim, coisas de comerciais. E também tenho a seleção agora em novembro e também em dezembro. Então, não vai ser um final de temporada tranquilo, porque eu vou estar trabalhando o tempo inteiro. Eu acho que eu só vou parar mesmo próximo do Natal e Ano Novo para ter pelo menos 1 ou 2 semanas de folga.
Well, a lot of work. Honestly, a lot of work is going to be for this off-season. In these few months that we have. I'm going to be doing a lot of commercials, speeches, and a lot of things besides the national team as well that we're going to go in November and December as well. So it's going to be a lot of work with all that.
Mas eu vou continuar trabalhando, né? Mesmo nas viagens eu vou ter que me manter a minha forma. Isso já está sendo conversado com a preparadora física daqui e com o preparador físico da seleção. Então, bom, a temporada acabou em termos de competição, né, aqui, mas o treinamento vai continuar, porque eu quero estar muito bem para o ano que vem.
But for sure, I'm going to keep working, even though I have all these, I'm going to keep working in all those trips and trying to fit in. We are working with our fitness coach and also the fitness coach from the national team. So with all that, we're going to figure out the best way to, even though I have a work, but also put the work in, because I really want to be ready for next season and be here ready to go and to have a great season.
Scott.
What does it mean for you and the rest of the team to have Toni Presley back on the field? I mean, it looked like you had the armband with her initials on it. So what does it mean just for her to be back there with you?
Lógico que pra gente significa muito, né? Porque a Toni, durante esse período todo que ela vem passando com a situação, ela vem se mostrando muito forte. E isso, sem dúvida, transmite uma motivação para a gente, transmite determinação, disciplina, e ela é tudo isso. Então, ela representa aquela pessoa que jamais desiste dos seus objetivos, que acredita até o fim, que supera, de superação muito grande, e é isso que a gente precisa no nosso dia a dia, né? Porque a nossa profissão a gente perde, a gente ganha, mas a gente não pode jamais desistir. Então, a Tony representa tudo isso. Então, eu fiquei muito feliz e bastante emocionada quando ela entrou no jogo. Estou um pouco agora. E feliz dela ter entrado, ter jogado bem, da gente não ter perdido o jogo. E espero que ela possa, na próxima temporada, estar 100%, porque é um atleta que a gente precisa muito e, como pessoa, é excepcional.
Well, of course, it meant a lot for all of us. You know, she went through this difficult time, and she overcame everything so strong. And that was a great example for all of us, showing how strong she is and how she was determined and never gave up through all this. So whenever she came in, I mean, I was super happy and also very emotional because it just shows to all of us overcoming a challenge, you know. So it's a great example for us for working hard, determination, and being strong, you know. So, and I mean, she played great as well. She's an important player for us. So hopefully she will keep working hard and then be ready for next season when we come back.
Julia?
When you look from this game into the off-season, what do you think the team needs to work on the most going into next season?
Eu acredito que a gente teve, em alguns momentos do jogo, assim, a gente se desligou um pouco e perdeu aquela agressividade. E daí depois a gente vai e volta e consegue ser agressiva. E é exatamente o momento que a gente consegue criar, consegue abrir espaço, consegue ganhar a bola. Eu acredito que a gente precisa ter um balanço muito grande com relação a isso. A gente não pode ter altos e baixos dentro do jogo, porque, dependendo da situação, às vezes, de repente, não dá para reverter. Então, eu acho que tem que ser muito agressiva jogando, né, sem agredir ninguém, eu quero dizer. Mas querer jogar, ter vontade, ter determinação e confiança. Confiança, porque se não tem confiança, a gente acaba errando passes bobos.
I think in this game we turned off a couple times, so that's what I think we need to fix for next season. You know, we need to stop on this up and downs, because sometimes in this down we get scored, and sometimes it's going to be really hard for us to get back to the score lineup. So I really think we need to work on the balance, you know, to be confident and being aggressive. I mean, not being like hitting people, but just actually going in and trying to score, you know, taking people on and looking for the goal. So I really think that's the main thing we need to work on for next season, to have this balance.
Scott, last one.
Over the course of the season, what do you think the team has improved upon the most?
Tipo, desde o início da temporada, o que você acha que o time melhorou mais?
Olha, foi uma temporada muito difícil para a gente, né? A gente não conseguiu, no decorrer da temporada, manter uma equipe jogando mais do que 1 ou 2 jogos, a mesma equipe, sempre mudava. Acho que a gente teve um pouco de falta de sorte com as nossas atletas, porque algumas machucaram, outras, enfim. A gente teve muita coisa com a seleção e acabou sendo o time mais prejudicado na liga por perder tantas atletas. Então, é difícil analisar porque a gente não jogou constantemente com a mesma equipe, sempre mudava. Mas o mais importante, que eu acho legal, é que a gente deu oportunidade para todas as atletas. Todas jogaram, todas tiveram o seu momento. E eu espero, de coração, que elas possam se cuidar, elas possam se preparar para jogar na próxima temporada, porque a Liga Americana é uma liga extremamente competitiva e, se você não estiver 100%, dificilmente você terá sucesso.
Yeah, for us it was a hard season, but I feel like the main thing, we couldn't really keep the same team for more than like 2 and so games, so that it's really hard to measure what got better, because we couldn't keep those. I mean, also, I feel like we were a little unlucky with injuries with the national team. I feel like we were the most affected in this matter in the league. But one great thing about all this is just that we gave opportunities for everyone in this team. So everyone had their time playing. So I really think from the bottom of my heart that all these players that got the opportunities, they work hard, they be ready so we can do well next season because of all these opportunities that they had.
Thank you, Marta.
Thank you for the season. I hope I can see all of you next year. I don't gonna shake hand, like Mark, because they're gonna take so much long time, and then I'm hungry and I need to shower. My dog is by herself like 6 hours, so I need to go home. Thank you. I hope I can speak English next year.
You can speak English this year.
Unbelievable, and then to finish with Marta's was just so fantastic, and it was just amazing to be back out there.
Start with Julia.
One of the moments that I feel like kind of stood out was when Ashlyn came over and put the captain's armband onto you. How did that feel in that moment?
Just so surreal. She's someone that I love dearly and have so much respect for. And she's such a great leader, and for her to, hand that over to me in that moment was so special. It was a special moment, and it's something that I will never forget.
Scott, and then Luis.
Kind of going off that, obviously when you went in, it was a standing ovation, loudest moment. Just what did that feel? To have the whole stadium for you, supporting you.
It felt amazing, to have everyone be so supportive and be behind me and just give me, that extra push to get on the field. I think it's a testament to how wonderful our fans are. They stick it out with us every single game, and just to have them, it means the world.
Luis?
What do you credit for your resiliency and strength?
I think it's just the support around me, from friends and family to my team to, our fans to this league, to our coaching staff, technical staff, everyone who's around me day in and day out, supporting me and pushing me to get better and be better. And it's been a crazy ride, but just to have them, have my back has been amazing.
Julia.
Aside from the emotions of everything tonight, how did you feel physically, and kind of how did you feel getting back into the game?
I felt great. I was saying before, I felt like I had never stepped off the field. So I think it just speaks volumes to our staff, to, Evie, our fitness coach, to our head coaches and coaching staff for first, believing in me to get back out there, and then doing what it is necessary to make sure that I am fit and that I am ready to play.
The auction that you put on, I don't know the final total, but I know it was up above 30,000. Did you ever expect it to have that big of an impact there?
No, and I'm just so grateful that, the league has rallied behind this amazing cause, and that we're just able to help so many people. And I never expected any of this to happen, but I truly believe everything happens for a reason, and now that we're able to help, I'm just so thankful.
Julia.
From an experience side, kind of having you and Sydney both out for such large periods of the season, how do you think that affected the team this year, and how do you think both of you are going to be able to impact the team going forward into next season?
I think, we do have experience. We've been around the league for quite some time, but I think, we were in and around the training and the girls as much as we could be, even though we weren't on the field, encouraging them, just watching training, watching video, giving feedback when I could. And then I think, going into the off season, we have a lot of work to do. And I think we both know that, and we're ready for it. And I think I'm just so happy that Sid as well has been able to get back on the field. That was her goal. And I'm glad that she was able to achieve that. And she's such an amazing player, and I'm excited to see her next season.
Scott, last one.
Do you have any plans for the off season?
Get as fit as I can. Yeah, I think that my physical condition is like what's most important to me at this point. So making sure that I'm fit enough to play, when preseason comes, I'm firing on all cylinders.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, guys.
And that is the 2019 Orlando Pride season. Thank you, everyone.